Greetings, viewers, and welcome to another edition of Bigby Unpacks, a piece where I take on controversial subjects from an unpopular position. This episode is a big one because we are taking on the scapegoat of the world, the Jews. When you study it, it is surprising how many of Jewish descent are in positions of power. But what if I told you they aren't Jewish at all? I hope you're sitting down for this one, because I'm about to expose the real threat and why we have been led to believe that it has been the Jews that are the cause of all the world's troubles. Before we can even begin, we must understand who the Jewish people are. You might think they are God's chosen people, but you would be wrong. You see, to be Jewish means you are a child of Judah. Judah was only one of 12 sons of Jacob and Rachel. You might remember Jacob. He was the one who wrestled with the Lord and wouldn't let him go until he blessed him. That took some chutzpah for sure. Even though he put up a great fight, you can't defeat the Lord, of course, and all he had to do was touch Jacob, and he was done. Jacob did get his blessing, and the Lord changed his name to Israel, which means to wrestle with God. This is from where we get the term we falsely attribute today to the Jewish people. The real chosen people of God are the Israelites, which are made up of 12 tribes, Judah only being one of them, and each one had their purpose. I can hear some of you saying, but Bigby, Jesus was Jewish. Well, yes and no. Jesus had only his mother's heritage to claim, but Mary was not only from the tribe of Judah, she was also of the tribe of Levi. This is made evident because her cousin Elizabeth, mother of John the Baptist, was a Levite. That tribe may sound familiar because the sons of Levi were entrusted by God with the Levitical priesthood. Judah and his lineage have produced every Israelite king, so Judah is the king line. When Jesus was born in the flesh, he was by birth both a king and a priest, literally making him King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Have I blown your mind yet? Stay with me, because we haven't even started. Now that we know the Israelites were more than Jews and who the Jews actually are, we can focus on why the Jewish people have become falsely vilified. There was once a Kenite king who went by the name of Jonadab. To be a Kenite is to be a child of Cain, the fratricidal son of Satan who killed his half-brother Abel out of jealousy. Jonadab had a son by the name of Rechab, whose children were called the Rechabites, which is just rebranding, really. They are still Kenites, no question. These Rechabites followed the 12 tribes of Israel, trading with them, and all the while getting chummy with the Israelites, eventually infiltrating the offices of the scribes, Pharisees, and Sadducees. They were only Jews by geography, not by birthright, but they had to pretend to be of Judah so that they could seize as much power as they did. This is revealed to us by Christ himself in his conversation with the scribes and Pharisees in the Gospel of John, chapter 8. They answered and said to him, "Abraham is our father." Jesus said to them, "If you were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham. But now you seek to kill me, a man who has told you the truth which I heard from God. Abraham did not do this. You do the deeds of your father." Jesus knew exactly who they were and was using this moment to teach us. Christ went even further to point out who they really were in verse 44 when he said, "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it." We already know who the first murderer was. It was Cain. We know who the first liar was. You got it, Cain again. These scribes and Pharisees were not the children of Abraham. They said they were Jews, but they were not. This is very important because only officials were able to be present at the trial of Jesus. So when they called for him to be crucified, it was the Kenites doing it, not the children of Judah. Now let's be taken to the Lord's Day and travel through time to the book of Revelation. In Christ's letter to the 7 churches, it is revealed that only 2 out of the 7 found favor with God. Both the churches of Smyrna and Philadelphia shared one major thing in common. And to the angel of the church in Smyrna write, the first and the last, who was dead and has come to life, says this, I know your tribulation and your poverty, but you are rich, and the blasphemy by those who say they are Jews and are not, but are a synagogue of Satan. Do not fear what you are about to suffer. Behold, the devil is about to cast some of you into prison, so that you will be tested, and you will have tribulation for 10 days. Be faithful until death, and I will give you the crown of life. And to the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, He who is holy, who is true, who has the key of David, who opens and no one will shut, and who shuts and no one opens, says this, I know your deeds. Behold, I have put before you an open door, which no one can shut, because you have a little power, and have kept my word, and have not denied my name. Behold, I will cause those of the synagogue of Satan, who say they are Jews and are not, but lie. I will make them come and bow down at your feet, and make them know that I have loved you. Both the churches of Smyrna and Philadelphia are the only ones to preach about the synagogue of Satan, which is made up of people who say they are Jews but are not. These deceivers are in fact from the very same line of Cain as the scribes and Pharisees, who were also not Jewish. God wanted us to know this for certain and place emphasis on these lying Kenites for a reason. You can see how great their influence is through modern Judaism, as it has been co-opted by believers of the Kabbalah and infested with barbaric and sick rituals. Satan is the ruler of this world. There is no disputing that, given how satanic our rulers can be. If there was anyone the devil would give power, it certainly wouldn't be the children of God. He would of course want his own children in those high places. This is the real reason it seems so many Jews are in positions to sway the reins of government and public opinion. They are not Jews at all, but are in fact of the synagogue of Satan. Even the Jewish flag, emblazoned with what we recognize as the Star of David, is a lie. That symbol was never meant to represent David. It is a satanic hexagram that has been used by many ancient cultures to worship the devil. They are putting in plain sight who they really are, and most of us swallow the lie and blame the Jews. Why pick the tribe of Judah to defame and turn them into the world's boogeyman? The answer is to make fun of God. We all join in on their mockery when we point to the Jews as the culprits of banking, media, and entertainment. When we do, we denigrate the lineage of Jesus Christ, who was part Jewish. We mock his true children over what liars are doing. Just look at the fruits they produce, and you will know they couldn't be from Abraham because they hate God. I really hope this video has helped shed some light on why it seems as if Jews are ruining the world. Please be sure to spread this around, as the teaching of the synagogue of Satan is very important to God. Or better yet, make your own video about it. We need as many warriors fighting for all of God's people, including the Jewish ones. Thanks for watching, and remember, never fear and always stay in the way.